The question that everyone have been asking, where is Jonah Fabish? I think now everyone is answered. Today we're going to talk about Jonah Fabish, that finally everything is clear that he has a team now, and unfortunately it's not Kaizer Chiefs. We're going to talk about Ibrahim Barnes again, that the chances of him joining Kaizer Chiefs keep on increasing. Why? It's because yesterday I made a video saying that Kaizer Chiefs haven't made a move and Chippa United are the one that wanted him, but they've been hit with the transfer ban. Simply means Guti, they can't compete. And then we'll talk about Faze Abrahams, that Stellenbosch are considering loaning him to Kaizer Chiefs for a season-long loan, and if things go according, Kaizer Chiefs might decide to buy him permanently. And then we'll talk about CAF Confederation, that Kaizer Chiefs have been given a buy whereby we don't play the first round of the preliminary rounds, but they will play the second because of one reason. A team from Congo cannot be accepted to participate in any CAF interclub competition because their league doesn't play until the whole year ends. But asikho lapho niyalazi udaba bafethu, bengicela ningisize ngokulike. It's very important ukulike. If awulike kuma videos, yenza sure ukuthi uyalike, and ukusubscribe also if you feel like this content is conducive for you. But asivele sihlala udabeni bafethu, niyazi bafethu, Jonah Fabish was linked with Kaizer Chiefs and everyone have been asking, where is he? It looks like he has vanished into thin air, but Golden Arrows were moving in silence, making sure good they finalize this deal of Jonah Fabish. So it might happen that Simbone Gainanakas when they play against Kaizer Chiefs. So that's where we will see good if Kaizer Chiefs were interested in signing him. This is what we're going to get from him. As you know, he has experience. He played in Germany most of his trade. So with Golden Arrows, I believe they are replacing a player like Isaac Cisse, as they sold him a Belgium for SC Royal Charleroi. So that simply means one thing, they release, they replace. But with the Kaizer Chiefs, obviously many people wanted him just because he played in Germany and because of that experience. But I don't think with the current crop of players that we have, especially in that middle of the park, it was going to be easy for him to get into the starting 11. We know very well with competition, Lapana, it's very tight. He can play multiple positions, but he's not going to be a Kaizer Chiefs player. He is a Golden Arrows player. He signed a long-term deal with the Golden Arrows. And then we'll talk about Ibrahim Barnes. Kaizer Chiefs might sign Ibrahim Barnes if he is keen on joining Kaizer Chiefs, because the team that made a move so far, it was Chippa United, but Svugenda Beneziti, they've been hit with a transfer ban. So that simply means one thing: they cannot sign or register players. So Barnes has to explore and weigh his options. But if Kaizer Chiefs might be the destination for him, I'd say I can accept him. I was reading comments yesterday. People were saying that no, it's time we get a replacement for Nkosi Ngabo because he's not showing any signs of improvement. He's lazy. He doesn't have that work rate. To Ibrahim Barnes does have the work rate, but I believe he might be a good addition, but it depends on whether the team wants him, especially with the fact that there's this foreign code spot that is being preserved. We only have 2 left. So if we don't make a good decision in terms of signing players, we should make sure we consider that foreign spot. But I think there's nothing to lose if Kaizer Chiefs might sign him. He's a free agent after all. I mean, so low Kazanje in Toyota. If he signs, he might add in that middle of the park, as we don't have that much depth in that central midfield position. A good thing about him, he can play as a CDM, he can play also as a central midfielder. He might give that competition to a player like uSiphesihle Ndlovu. But I don't know, what do you think about Ibrahim Bantz? Do you see a need for him? But I believe the Kaizer Chiefs should get an attacking midfielder more than anything, a creative and a scoring attacking midfielder. But you'll never know the decisions that are being made by Kaizer Chiefs. But at the end of the day, and then we'll talk about Faze Abrahams. Usologo asematheni, I don't know Kaizer Chiefs, are they playing back and forth with Stellenbosch, because it was said that Taunyana is going to swap with Faze Abrahams. Taunyana to Stellenbosch, Faze Abrahams to Kaizer Chiefs. But now it seems like Stellenbosch are no longer willing to give Kaizer Chiefs or Abrahams. That's why they are considering a loan. If he impresses, Kaizer Chiefs might decide to sign him permanently. And I believe to be honest, he's not a player that we need at Chiefs. It's a player that he might add in that right wing position, and hope he might at least do something that might make sure he wins the heart of the fans. He's still young, he's a prospect player. Him and Mfundo Vilakazi, the only thing that they might give us is that energy, vibrance in that right wing position. But the only thing that he edges Mfundo Vilakazi with is that he has pace. Mfundo doesn't have pace, so he is that original right winger that uses a right foot. So most of the time, which will get crosses, you'll get cutbacks. But with Mfundo Vilakazi, it's all about inverting and making sure at least he bends one into the top corner of a post so that he score a goal for Kaizer Chiefs. But he's gonna be a player that you'll rely on. I don't think that's the case. But Kaizer Chiefs are considering the fact that he's still young, we can be patient with him just to add depth on that right wing position. But also Khanyisa Mayo, as it was reported, that he is back in training, so now he can play in that right wing position, but he can also give Kaizer Chiefs the same dynamics that Mfundo Vilakazi is going to give Kaizer Chiefs of inverting, because he's a left-footed player, so it's all about cutting inside. But to Faze, I believe that's the real reason why Kaizer Chiefs keep on making sure they want to sign him for Kaizer Chiefs to add that competition in that right wing position. And then we'll talk about sesivala nje sokhuluma ngayo ke iCAF Confederation phume i-statement Kaizer Chiefs are getting a buy, whereby they won't play in the first preliminary rounds of CAF Confederation, but they're going to play the second. And the reason behind it is that teams from DRC are not going to be allowed to participate in any CAF inter-club competitions, because their league doesn't play until the year ends. So there are teams that were selected in space of them playing. They're going to take Kaizer Chiefs to represent them in such a way now Chiefs won't play that first preliminary round of the CAF Confederation, but a second. So it simply means seba more advanced compared to if you bought from the second. So after the second one, the first one is the second, after it's going straight to group stages. So it's an advantage. So coach now will have that opportunity to prepare kahle, knowing newe clue izoyehla kancane because ba-minus 1 game day. So leyo nto ichaza into eyodwa, not 1 game day, but ba-minus 1 round in those preliminary rounds. So chaza into eyodwa, iKaizer Chiefs kumele yenze sure ukuthi iya-advance to more advanced stages lapha na ku-CAF Confederation. It might be quarterfinals, it might be semi-finals. It will depend on how the team prepared.